Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. In today's video I will be predicting what coins will be in the 2025 annual coin set. So every year the Royal Mint release their annual coin set that usually has one £5 coin, two £2 coins and two 50p pieces as the commemorative coins, as a little teaser of what's to come, released at the start of the year. They'll get their own individual release later in the year. But today, of course, it's still 2024 and they have not been released as of yet, as of filming and as of this video being going up. So I'm going to be guessing what themes and what coins will be released for 2025. So we begin with the £5 coin. I have a few ideas here of the £5 coin, so I'll get my notes up quickly. Now while I do that, I'll very quickly tell you about Hattons of London. Hattons of London, who have sponsored this video, are specialists in rare and exclusive coins, and with them you can celebrate the 100 years since the naming of Flying Scotsman with the release of this world-first range of 22-carat gold sovereign coins. Simply click the link in the description or at the top of the comment section to get yours now for only £69, or you can buy the more exclusive double sovereign as part of the range, and with that you will receive a piece of the authentic Flying Scotsman boiler tube. You can actually own your very own part of Britain's most famous locomotive. Now my ideas were, firstly, 2025 is the 1100th anniversary of the coronation of King Athelstan, the first ever King of England. So that's quite a big moment, the first ever English king's coronation. Of course, there have been many tens and tens of coronations since, very recently, King Charles, well, not very recently, but recently King Charles III. So I think that's quite a good moment to mark, and I think there should be a coin of that. But that's my first guess for the £5 coin. Other ideas include the 400-year anniversary of the death of King James I. Now, as you can see on screen, there has been Elizabeth I, Queen Anne, Henry VIII, and so on, other monarchs, George III, commemorated on £5 coins for their anniversaries, Victoria, of course. And so James I's death, 400 years, or it's a little double entry. That means, therefore, it's the 400th anniversary of the accession of King Charles I. So maybe we'll get a James I or a Charles I coin marking that changeover period, or the death and the beginning of the reign on the 400th anniversary. My final guess for the £5 coin would be the 200th anniversary, so 200 years since the first ever Royal Institution Christmas lectures, held every year at the Royal Institution. The Christmas lectures, they will have been going on for 200 years come next year, 2025. And then finally, I apologise, I think I might have said finally for that one, but very finally, a very good idea would be the 75th birthday of Princess Anne. Princess Anne has not been ever commemorated on a £5 coin or any coin by the Royal Mint so far, and so her 75th birthday would be a fitting beginning to a first coin of her to be commemorated. So what coin will I choose to put in the annual set? Well, of all those, I'm going to go with, it's a hard choice between the coronation of King Athelstan and Princess Anne, as £5 coins are generally royally themed. Will it be an old anniversary, a new birthday one? Hard to call, but I think I'm going to go with the 75th birthday of Princess Anne as the £5 coin for the annual set. And as a bonus points for me, if any of the other coins get released later in the year, that'll just be a bit of kudos to me. But my locked-in answer for the annual set, of course, will return to this video in 2025 and see how many of these I get right. And so my first guess, is for the annual set, the £5 coin is the 75th birthday of Princess Anne. Now then, on to the two £2 coins. I've only got two guesses here for the two ones. My first guess, I'm quite confident about, is going to be the 350th anniversary, 350 years since the beginning, the opening, the founding of the Royal Greenwich Observatory in London. This was founded in 1675, so 350 years ago as of next year, and the first stone was laid by King Charles II himself. Now this is a very important building scientifically and historically in England and London, and so I think the 350 years of this building and institution will be marked on a £2 coin. So there's my first guess. My second guess is the 250th birthday, a quarter of a millennia since the birth of J.M.W. Turner. Now J.M.W. Turner has already been commemorated on British currency, as he is the person that features on the £20 note ever since 2020. So he has a history of being on British currency, and so I think he will be again on a coin this time. He's already been on the note, but I think he'll have a coin next year for the 250 years since his birth on a £2 coin in the annual set. Those are my two guesses, the Royal Greenwich Observatory and J.M.W. Turner, their anniversaries on £2 coins. So that's 3 of the 5. Onto the 50p pieces. Now I think there will certainly be a coin of this. This next one's a pretty safe bet. I have personally decided to put it on a 50p piece. and that is the 80th anniversary since the end of World War II, since VE Day, 80 years since the end of World War II. There will definitely be a coin. I have selected a 50p piece, as there are many military 50p pieces. There's the Battle of Hastings, Battle of Britain, Victoria Cross ones, not most recently maybe, but very recently, the D-Day 50p for the 80 years of D-Day. And so I think there's a little, 80 years of D-Day this year, and then 2025, 80 years of the end of World War II on a 50p. That's my guess. I guess it'll be in the annual set as well. So there we go. Now, similarly, looking back at history 50p pieces, there have been a lot of military 50p pieces, military themes on 50p's, but also there have been a very lot, of sporting events on 50p pieces. Of course, the 29 Olympic coins, the then current Team GB one for this year's Team GB, and the 2016 Team GB. There's been the Commonwealth Games 50p, and so I think it's a little bit of a more of a guess, not than a safe bet. Very, peripheral guess, but I think it's a pretty safe bet to go with the Women's Rugby World Cup. Now, Rugby World Cup has been featured on a £2 coin before, and that was just the general, not the general one. But I think the Women's Rugby World Cup is being held I know it's being held next year, and it's being held in England. And so I think it'll be a good coin to mark that year. 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup 50p coin is my second guess of the 50p for the annual set. But to recap, my locked-in annual set guesses are: £5 coin will be the 75th birthday of Princess Anne. The £2 coins will be, firstly, the 350th anniversary of the Royal Greenwich Observatory, and secondly, the 250 years since the birth of J.M.W. Turner. For the 50p, I choose for the first one the 80 years since the end of World War II, since VE Day, and then finally the Women's Rugby World Cup 50p is my final guess. So there are my 5 guesses, and of course we can see when the coins are released. I'll return to this video, make another video perhaps, and see how many I got right. But it's not all about me, because I would like you to leave your guesses down below as well. I put my 5 guesses there with a few extra ones, but comment down below your 5 guesses, and then at the start of the year, next year, we can come back to this video and all see how well we did, how many of the 5 did we get, if any, and as well as just seeing if we got them right or wrong, we can also see what the new coins are and see if there's any exciting designs on the way for 2025. So there we go. Hopefully you did enjoy. Like I say, do comment down below your guesses. Of course as well, please subscribe and leave a like on the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.